Hello students, let's begin our class from a little bit of recapitulation from our previous session. I taught you the difference between changes in demand and changes in quantity demanded. Already explained you, just once again a repetition so that whatever I'm going to explain today, it becomes very clear to you. Change in demand happens because of other factors other than the price of the commodity, and changes in quantity demanded happens due to price of the given commodity while keeping other factors constant. Then students, I explained you the relationship between the price of substitute good and the demand of given good, and also the price of complementary good and the demand of the given good. Now today I will be explaining you the changes in demand due to changes in price of substitute goods. That means what is the effect on demand curve if, let's say, the price of substitute good it rises or it increases. So how does the demand of the given good affects? Now with the help of the diagram as can be shown in figure 3.12, what do we see? That we have taken tea and coffee as a substitute good. So the example which we have taken is tea and coffee. Now tea here is the given good. Always remember, the given good is taken on the diagram. That means we will be showing the demand of the given good, that is tea here on the x-axis, and the price of the tea, that is tea again a given good, on the y-axis. Because whenever you draw a demand curve, while drawing a demand curve, always remember, no matter whether it is a case with substitute good, complementary good or any other case, always while drawing the demand curve, we take demand of the given good and the same goods price is being taken on the y-axis. Look, I'm going to explain you this further in a much better way. I was showing you the relationship between price of substitute goods and the demand of given good. What do you see in this diagram? That I have taken demand of tea, that means on x-axis, and price of coffee on y-axis. So two different goods has been taken on two different axes. But in case when I'm showing the effect on demand curve and I'm drawing a downward sloping demand curve, always it is required to take the same good on both the axes. Now, what happens, students? In this case, the price of the given good remains constant, as you have also studied this while I was teaching you the difference between change in demand and change in quantity demanded. So in this case, what happens is that the given good is tea. So the price of tea remains constant. As we can see, a price line is a horizontal line parallel to x-axis. But the price of the substitute good changes, and in our case the substitute good is coffee. So let's say if the price of coffee rises, that means if the price of coffee rises, so people are going to consume more of coffee or more of tea. Obviously they are going to consume more of tea. So we can see DD is the original demand curve, and what happens because of rise in the price of substitute good, that is coffee in our example, there is increase in demand, which is shown by a rightward shift in the demand curve from DD to D1 D1. And the quantity demanded in this case, earlier it was OQ, now it is OQ1. So with the increase in the price of substitute good, the demand of the given good rises, and increase in demand is represented by a rightward shift in the demand curve. Next we see the case of fall in price of substitute goods. Now what happens here is that again we take the same example, that is tea and coffee. Coffee is the substitute good and tea is the given good. Now what happens is that there is fall in the price of coffee. Now if the price of coffee decreases, it falls. So as a result, people will demand more of tea or more of coffee. If the price of coffee falls, so they will demand, what happens to the demand of tea? The demand of tea also decreases because the price of coffee has fallen. And if the price of coffee has fallen, that means consuming tea will become expensive for the consumer. So they will consume less tea, which is represented by a leftward shift in demand curve. That is, the original demand curve was DD and the new demand curve is D1, D1. And why this demand curve shift leftward? Because of fall in the price of coffee. So earlier the demand was OQ, now it is OQ1, which shows that there is fall in the demand of tea. Now students, as I was telling you yesterday in my session, in my previous session, that if these type of questions arises, so how do we answer it? Suppose a question in front of you is that explain the changes in the price of, explain the changes in the demand of given good due to changes in price of substitute good. Now price of substitute good can either fall or it may rise. Now you will write this way. First you will write the meaning of substitute good. Substitute goods are those goods which can be used in place of one another. For example, tea in bracket write given good and coffee in bracket write substitute good. You are specifying which one is the given good in your answer and which one is the substitute good in your answer. Then the second point what you will write in such type of answers is that if there is increase in the price of substitute good or if there is increase in the price of coffee, so the demand of tea will increase, which is represented by a rightward shift in demand curve, that is from DD to D1, D1. And it happens because now consuming tea becomes cheaper for the consumer. So these are the 3 points in totality which you have to write as a part of answer. Number 1, the meaning and example with specification of given good and substitute good. Number 2, where does the demand curve shifts? And number 3, why does it shift? Because in this case, consuming tea becomes cheaper. Now, in the next case, you will write when there is fall in the price of coffee. So, in this case, the demand of tea will decrease, which is represented by a leftward shift in demand curve from DD to D1, D1. It happens because now consuming tea for the consumption of tea becomes expensive for the consumer. So that is the reason it shifts towards the left hand side. So this will be your complete answer. So in the worksheets, if I give you these type of questions, so you have to write these 3 points. Number 1, the meaning with example. Number 2, where does the demand curve shift? What is the reason? That's it. So please pay attention. In the next session, I'm going to discuss changes in demand due to change in the change in the income of the consumer in case of normal and inferior goods. Thank you, students.